fair for the kids. And I mean, if some people don't want to participate, they don't participate. But they shouldn't take it away from all the kids, said Lori. James Rio lives just up the street from the elementary school, and he isn't letting it stop Halloween from coming to his house. He has gone all out with a giant spider and webs across the bushes on the front of his house. He says he has 2 daughters who love to dress up. As far as talking to some guy who lives down the street, I mean, I don't think the school is going to say, sir, we're canceling Halloween, so you cannot decorate your house. That's his own property. He can do what he wants, so I don't know why they felt the need to talk to that guy. But anyways, pointless part of the story. So yeah, too, I mean, come on. I can understand if, they're like, oh, too many school shootings. We just ask that students don't come dressed as, like, if they come dressed as soldiers, don't bring their weapons. I completely understand that. I completely understand, seriously. Anybody can understand that. You can't bring any toy guns or toy grenades or anything to school, or toy knives. Completely understandable. But what is the purpose of canceling Halloween for all the kids? Seriously, come on. Really? So, hopefully that is the only 2 schools doing it. If not, come on, really. And if you're a principal listening, or a dean, or whatever they're called, superintendent listening, and you're like, that sounds like a good idea. It's not a good idea, because you're going to end up with parents who are very, very irritated. So don't think about canceling Halloween. That's dumb. Come on. I mean, what's next year? Cancel Christmas? We're not putting up any holiday decorations, nothing, just because we don't want to offend anyone. Come on. Really? I mean, what's sad is the people who are running the stuff now were kids back when I was a kid. And it's like, if we weren't offended as kids, why would you change it now? That's all I'm saying. If we wouldn't change it when we were kids, if we weren't offended when we were kids, if there were kids in our class who weren't offended, who were just having the grandest times, not dressing up, but watching us dress up and look like idiots, why would you go and change it? Just because not everybody celebrates. Seriously? Who cares? Honestly, nobody's getting offended by it. It's Halloween. I mean, I get it. There are those churches, those faiths who don't believe in Halloween. I'm not going to say Westboro's name, but you get where I'm going. But there are some religions that, think Halloween, we're worshiping the devil. And come on, it's Halloween. Nobody's painting stars on the ground and lighting candles and dancing and whatever, sacrificing whatever animals, those devil worshippers sacrifice. Who cares? Seriously, it's Halloween. It's for the kids. What's next? You're going to cancel Santa Claus off everything? Because God only knows, it probably offends somebody. So anyway, so bring back Halloween, I say, to those poor kids in Connecticut. They need it at the school. Come on. It's the one day everybody looks forward to, is it not? Oh, man, we're going to go to school dressed in our costumes. We're not going to have to do any schoolwork, especially in elementary school. All you do is color pumpkins all day, right? You get to color the pumpkins, and people bring food and stuff. Oh, man. Those are the best times to go to school. Those are the best days to go to school. On Halloween and stuff, so whatever. So here we go. We're getting into it. I promised you, we're doing it. 10 discontinued beverages coveted by collectors. These are drinks people still collect. You can buy them on eBay, and they're not going to be as much as you bought them back in the day, and they're probably not going to taste the same as well if you decide to buy one and enjoy it. So number 1, of course, it's the almighty Crystal Pepsi. This drink was out back around 1992 to 93. The so-called clear, quote, clear cola hit the scene in 1992 and was discontinued barely a year later. A citrus version called simply Crystal shared a similar fate. It saw a brief resurrection in the mid-2000s in Mexico, where it sold as Pepsi Clear. Today, a yellowed 16-ounce glass bottle of the stuff can be had on eBay for around, you ready? $40. Oh, there you go. Number 2, Billy Beer. Now, this was back in 1977 and 78. It was a brew promoted in 1977 by the late Billy Carter, kid brother of then President Jimmy. The young Carter, a Georgia gas station attendant with a reputation as a drinker and a bit of a hayseed, was approached by the Falls City Brewing Company to lend his name to the brew. It was a failure, of course, and may very well have been the final nail in the coffin for the brewery, which closed down after more than 70 years in business in 1978. Wow. Something so bad it happens to close your business of 70 years. Golly, that's horrible. Today, an unopened 6-pack will set you back for about $50, of course, on eBay. Number 3, New Coke. And it just has 1985. It doesn't say, a year it stopped, a year. I don't know. It says Coca-Cola has touted its famous secret formula for decades, but in the mid-80s, the company decided to shake things up. They tweaked the formula and introduced, quote, New Coke to a dubious public. Company decided, public in 1985. The new sweeter flavor was almost universally panned, and Coca-Cola, responding to customers' negative reaction, reintroduced the original formula after less than 3 months, rebranding it Coke Classic in the process. Over the years, there has been speculation that the switch was merely a sly marketing ploy, but the rumors are largely unsubstantiated. Collectors looking to own some of the ephemeral excuse me there, beverage can find bottles or cans on eBay ranging from $15 to over $100. God, it's just a can of Coke, folks. All they did was change the name. So yeah. Number 4, get this one, Surge. Yeah, Surge. 1996 to 2002. This one had this one lasted a while. Surge, of course, was an attempt by Coca-Cola to compete for the in-your-face attitude territory that Pepsi's Mountain Dew had staked out. A citrus-flavored soda, it was marketed as an energy drink of sorts, touting itself as a fully loaded citrus soda with carbos. That's literally what they had on the ad. Some of you may remember, of course. The commercials feature teenagers doing, quote, extreme things, like hurtling over ratty couches in a race to snag a single bottle. I still remember this stuff. I never tried it, though. The drink developed a bit of a cult following, and seizing on the enduring demand, Coca-Cola reintroduced Surge in September 2014 as an exclusive on Amazon.com in 12-packs, which quickly sold out and found their way to eBay, where prices range from $8 to $15 per can to more than $50 for a 12-pack. Yeah. Number 5, Josta. Yeah, Josta. If you hear the name and you're like, it doesn't quite sound familiar, but if you see the package, then you'll be, oh yeah, it's got like a Black Panther on the front. It's from, this drink was out in 1995 to 1999, and perhaps doomed by being slightly ahead of its time, Josta by Pepsi is widely regarded as the first bona fide energy drink put out by a major beverage bottler. Launched in 95, it was a fruity concoction containing guarana? You know, the stuff that's in the energy drinks now. One of the most highly caffeinated plants known to man. There are no current active auctions, but recent prices online for a 6-pack have hit $250. Yeah. Number 6. This one I've heard about. I've actually seen one person enjoying it back in the day. Never seen it since. It's called Orbits, and this is a drink. This isn't the gum or the online travel agency. This was out in 97 and 90 to 98, 97 to 98. Before there was the online travel booking service, of course, there was the soft drink. Orbits was unleashed on the market by the Clearly Canadian Beverage Company in 1997. Each bottle packed with tiny, brightly colored gelatinous balls. Yeah, they seriously, they were in there, giving the drink a lava lamp-like appearance. The short-lived refreshment, which came in a variety of mixed fruit flavors, barely lasted a year. A bottle of Orbits today today will set you back around $20 on eBay, around the same price as an actual lava lamp. Number 7, Citra, 96 to 2004. It was a grapefruit-dominant citrus-flavored soda put out by Coca-Cola in 96. It graced store shelves for more than 8 years before it was rebranded in 2004 as Fanta Citrus, actually. And which itself was shortly thereafter discontinued. The original Citra, however, was introduced in test markets in India last year to gauge interest for a wider national rollout. A can of the original U.S. marketed Citra costs about $4 on eBay, with bottles going as high as $19.49 market store prices. Number 8, Pepsi Blue. I never heard of this one. The only blue I've seen is, how they make, what is that, Big Red, and then they have the blue and the peach, This was from 2002 to 2004. Number 9, of course, is Pitch Black Mountain Dew. It ranged from 2004 to 2005, and then recently in 2011. And number 10, of course, Jolt Cola, which was out in 1985 to 2009. So there you go, 10 drinks that are discontinued but are still sought after. The drink collectors, the people who love them and miss them and just want to own a full can, so they can. I guess. I don't know why you would want to, but go ahead. So, you have an old computer sitting at your house. You got your laptop, and then you have an old computer that laptop has replaced. And, don't get rid of your old computer. I'm going to tell you why right now. A man fights off a bear with an old computer. It wasn't his old computer. It was just an old computer. An unidentified man was scavenging in a garbage dump in Siberia for scrap metal he could sell. He did not know that a bear was scavenging in the same dump for food. He found out when the bear charged at him. The man grabbed the first thing he could, which was a discarded computer. He threw it at the bear. The frightened bear then fled. The man injured his hand when throwing the computer. Oh, darn. But was not seriously hurt. Russian officials warned that bears are becoming more dangerous as they run into food scarcity. Yeah, so if you're in Russia, don't take a gun, take an old computer, and you'll fend off any bears. So... guys, women can be, they're crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Women be crazy. A woman stalking a man got stuck in a chimney. That's little guys, gentlemen, teenagers who are listening. Women are crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Women are crazy. They're great. They're wonderful to have, but they're crazy. A woman had to be rescued after being stuck in a chimney overnight in Thousand Oaks, California. Yes, yeah, this is how women are crazy, guys, so listen up. Neighbors heard screams at daybreak and called emergency services, and firefighters were able to extract 30-year-old Genoveva Nunes Figueroa by 8:13. They had to remove most of the chimney and also used liquid soap to free her. just a freer. However, the word, quote, free doesn't exactly describe the situation, as she was then arrested on charges of illegal injury.